Nancy, dear, welcome to the witching hour. Isn't it marvelous to be up and about when others are sound asleep? I find my brainwaves are at their most powerful during this time.
Yes, I happen to do some of my best work in the middle of the night, too. So, tell me, Professor, what is this theory you're working on?
Well, you probably know by now that I'm a scholar of French history. My specialty is Marie Antoinette. Oh, poor Marie, the most misunderstood queen of the 18th century. Marie used to visit the very tower that now belongs to this castle. I'm convinced that this place holds evidence that will forever change the way the world views Marie. But the walls have ears, so I'd rather not say any more right now. Oh, if you're really interested, why don't you go up to my room and have a look around yourself? You've been such a great help to me, almost like an apprentice. Oh, I've always wanted an apprentice.
Oh, that's all right, Professor. I don't want to invade your privacy.
I insist! Your mind is like a ravenous monkey gobbling up every banana in its path. Oh, how can I stand in the way? Here's my extra pass key. I get back to work at 6 a.m. sharp, so just make sure you vacate the premises by 5:59 and put things back where you find them. It's all scientifically organized in there.
What did you mean when you said Marie Antoinette was misunderstood?
Everyone thought Marie did nothing but spend France's money on jewels and fancy soap for herself, while her people were starving. History books have upheld the myth that she was just a spoiled and heartless brat, but I don't believe it.
Why not?
I believe that she's been the victim of vicious rumors and lazy historians for too long, and that if the real story could be told, people would realize that Marie Antoinette was actually a good woman who wanted to help her people but didn't know how.
Do you know anything about a tiara that was given to Marie Antoinette?
The infamous tiara, of course. Oh, people thought Marie had this extravagant piece commissioned for herself, and they hated her for it. But really, it was her husband, King Louis XVI, who had it made for her birthday. Oh, she didn't want it, refused to wear it, and then, a few months before the revolution broke out, the tiara disappeared.
Was it ever found?
It was never found. There were rumors that she had it destroyed, but no one has ever been able to prove this.
See you soon.
Goodbye.
I'm gonna go ahead and go into the tower again. It's always a different combination, so I never know which one it is, which one it's gonna be. this gives us the positions that these chains are supposed to be in. Okay, almost there. And here's Marie Antoinette's tower. So I'm gonna go ahead and work this out. So give me a few minutes to do that.
Hello, my fellow night owl. Or perhaps I should say hoot hoot. Ooh, did you find anything of interest in my room?
Actually, I haven't had a chance to visit your room yet, Professor.
I see. Well, suit yourself. But please don't expect me to entertain you with idle chit-chat. All right then, bye-bye. Yes, dear?
I found something that I think you'll be very interested in. It seems to be some kind of journal. I think it was written by Marie Antoinette herself.
What? Let me see that. This is it. I've been trying to track this down for 15 years. Where on earth did you find it?
Well, it's a long story, but I happened to find a way into the Queen's Tower, where I happened to find a secret compartment. I think this must be what the vandal was after.
Nancy, I must warn you. I'll wrestle you for this if I have to, and it won't be pretty.
I'm sure physical combat won't be necessary, Professor. I'm glad to help you with your work, but I need your assistance in return. You're fluent in French, aren't you?
Absolutely. I'll get to work on it right away. I'll have the translation ready in my room for you this time tomorrow. Until then, I mustn't be disturbed. Testing. Can anyone hear me? Hotch kiss to Earth. Come in, Earth. Oh, okay. I think we're rolling. Now, let's get a look at these hallways. So rich in detail. You'd never know this place was built in 1920. It's all so 18th C. Oh, and there's Marie. I feel so close to her, just being here. It's as if her spirit is in the air. Sweet as the smell of fried chicken.
We're gonna leave that there overnight to charge up. And there's a third medallion.
I'm so glad you stopped by. I've translated the entire journal. It's fabulous! And as an added bonus, it includes Marie's official decoder, something no one else has ever found before.
What do you think of Lisa Ostrom?
That Leslie, yes, oh, a real dynamo, but... oh, I told Chester that I would not require any maid service during my stay. I don't know why she didn't get the message.
See you soon.
Goodbye.
It looks like some sort of decoder. Each of these symbols stands for a certain word.
Oh, what's this? It appears to be some kind of peephole. But what, pray, does it peep upon? Shall I peep? La la, I do believe I'll peep. The beauty, the colors. So this is what Helga told me to look for. Where's my medallion? It fits! Note to self, high five Team Hotchkiss. And what's this? A message? Eureka! It says the diamond...
Okay, so what she was looking at is around this corner. Okay, so that was the blue one. Now we're gonna do the green one. It's got those symbols. And then the red one is that. Now to go back to the decoder, so now you can decode the message.
I think I see what the symbols in the stained glass mean now. Let's see. Purple rose, whole diamond, key of queen. But where have I seen a purple rose? And what's a diamond key?
So we're almost done with this mystery.
It's locked. It's locked. It's locked.
This is the last puzzle of the game. And now we'll see opens.
The diamond!
Whoa! Will you look at that sparkly rock? And me without my sunglasses.
Hi, Lisa. How did you get in here?
I followed you, of course. Turns out a nosy, goody-two-shoes detective is good to have around after all. Now, why don't you toss me that big honkin' diamond so I can blow this popsicle stand and never set foot in lame-o, Wisconsin again?
Lisa, you must be kidding me. This diamond belongs in a museum in France.
Yeah? Well, I belong in the lap of luxury, and that diamond's gonna get me there. Hasn't anybody ever told you to mind your own business?
Oh, many times.
Well, maybe this time you'll learn.
My eyes!
Don't worry. My spicy devil villain venom won't last for long. But I'm afraid by the time you get your eyes back, you'll have missed my grand exit.
Are you the one who conked me on the head in the locker room?
Ouch. I bet that hurt. But I had to get the medallion somehow, didn't I? I hope we can still be friends.
Why did you leave Jacques' medallion at Hotchkiss's room? And Hotchkiss's medallion out in the shed?
To spread suspicion around, of course. You know, to play with your mind. Plus, I was at a dead end. I got the 2 messages from the stained glass window, but then what? I knew you would figure it out, so I decided to put the medallions in your hands and let you lead the way.
Why did you have to vandalize that beautiful library?
Just a little translation mix-up. When I read the message from Hotchkiss's medallion, I thought it meant Diamond of Misery in the library. Whoops, guess I went a little overboard looking for it in there. Anyway, enough with the questions, Nancy. You'll just have to read the rest in the papers.
I've got to stop her.
Help! Get me out of here! It stinks down here. It's all moldy. Darn you, Nancy Drew. You're the worst friend a diamond thief could ever have.
Dear Dad, to think I almost became friends with a diamond thief. Everyone at Wickford Castle is resting easier now that Marie Antoinette's journal and her famous diamond are safe and sound. The journal, the diamond, and the medallions are all going to be featured in a new Marie Antoinette exhibit in Paris, and it looks like everyone will be rewarded. Except Lisa, of course. First, she missed her plane to Rio, and now she's going to be charged with attempted grand theft. Professor Hotchkiss is thrilled because the French government has granted her permission to publish Marie's journal in the U.S. before it gets returned to France. This ought to help prove her theory about Marie's character once and for all. Thanks to Jacques and his great-grandfather's efforts to find the journal, the Brunet name is being celebrated all over France. In the meantime, Jacques and Isabel have eloped. It's so romantic. I showed Dexter the poem that Ezra Wickford wrote him, and he was relieved to know that his old pop didn't carry any hard feelings to his grave. All the talk shows want Dexter to tell his story on national television, but he keeps turning them down. I guess he doesn't want to be famous or infamous. But when Christy Lane called and asked Dexter to be her business partner, he accepted. With her business sense and Dexter's expert knowledge of the castle, I think they'll make a great team. So, you know what they say, Dad. Il n'est jamais trop tard de changer l'histoire. It's never too late to change history. Me, I'm determined to go out and enjoy this snow.
Okay guys, that was it for this mystery. Hoped you liked it. Please make sure to give this video a like and subscribe down below. And I'll see you next week in the next adventure. Nancy Drew in the final scene. Bye! Hi everybody and welcome back. Today we're going to be playing Nancy Drew Treasure in the Royal Tower. And I just want to give a shout out to all my first graders that might be watching this. Hi guys! Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do new game.
Hi there, it's me, Nancy Drew. You're just in time for my latest mystery, Treasure in the Royal Tower. Choose your difficulty level to start off. If you're new to adventure games, you might want to click the tutorial button first for a few tips on how to play the game.
Okay, I'm gonna do Junior Detective.
Dear George, so much for my Wisconsin ski vacation. I arrived here at Wickford Castle last night, just before a blizzard swept in. The mountain is completely shut down, and the surrounding roads are closed. I think I'm one of the few guests who made it to the castle at all. The place is huge and old, and slightly creepy under the circumstances. You should hear this wind. What's more, the owner, Christy Lane, my father's friend, is away on business. I tried to ask the caretaker, Dexter Egan, how I could contact her, but he said he didn't know. Doesn't that seem odd? I couldn't help feeling like there was something he wasn't telling me. All this makes me a little nervous, but I'm determined to enjoy myself. After all, this is a vacation, right? I have big plans to explore the castle. That Ezra Wickford, the original owner, must have been quite a character to have built such an extraordinary place. It's filled with strange, dead-end corridors, for one thing. And I noticed one of the towers is totally different from the other ones. Of course, I'll have to save some time to meet Jacques Brunet, the French ski instructor. Tell Bess she'll be the first to know if he's half as gorgeous in person as he looks on his website. So, George, I guess things never quite go according to plan. But at least this time, the culprit is just a snowstorm. Talk to you soon. Now all I need is a mailbox.
Okay, I'm gonna take the room key. And I'm gonna take note of this. Our locker is 310 and our combination is 517. I'm gonna go over here. we're gonna need this later.
Sounds like the radiator is broken.
And I'm gonna look at Sassy Detective. Okay, this is talking about how you can use dust or powder to stick to the oil left by the fingerprints so you can see the code somebody puts in. We're gonna need that later too. Okay, let's go talk to people. I'm gonna use the elevator. Okay, that means the elevator's already here. So I'm gonna go downstairs. And we see that Jacques Brunet isn't there, but there is a paintbrush I can take. Let's go ahead and try our locker. 310. So it was 5.
The combination is 517, but it's not working.
Okay, so now I'm gonna go talk to some people over here. Okay, sorry about the noise behind me. I got my puppy's asleep behind me, so you might hear him snoring. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go this way. And I'm gonna talk to...
Hi, I'm Lisa. Did you hear what happened? Someone broke into the library and vandalized it. Dexter locked it up. He's saying the culprit must be one of us in the castle. Can you believe it?
I didn't hear about the library. Do you know what happened?
I haven't the faintest. I mean, who would want to mess with a bunch of dusty old books? Anyway, it's all locked up now. So, maybe we'll never know. Too bad, huh? I'm dying to see what they did to it. Don't quote me on this, but I think Dexter has an extra key to the library somewhere around his desk.
I guess you've really got your finger on the pulse around here. Any other castle scandal I should know about?
Oh, we got scandal, honey. Professor Hotchkiss is claiming she's been robbed, for one thing. But the real scandal is downstairs. His name is Jacques Brunet.
What do you know about Professor Hotchkiss?
Oh my gosh, wait till you hear this. Hotchkiss is this nutty old woman who's always typing and talking to herself in her room. I was walking past her door earlier, and I heard her screaming that her room had been robbed.
Wow. Did she say what was stolen?
Not that I could hear. She just kept wailing, "My theory, my theory." I think she teaches history, or maybe a foreign language. I thought I heard a couple of French words pop out of her mouth. But don't quote me on that either. I only barely passed Spanish in high school.
Habla español?
Hardly. I'm just a humble photojournalist covering weird old mansions in the Midwest, and this place is one of the weirdest. Did you know Ezra Wickford, the original owner, shut himself away in here for like 50 years?
You must know a great deal about this place.
Not really, but I sure want to get into that tower that came from France. It'd be great for my story. Too bad Wickford sealed it off. Maybe it's his ghost making those creepy noises at night.
What noises?
Oh, just your average bump in the night sound effects. It's probably just Dexter trying to spook up the hotel for the publicity. I mean, did we stumble onto the set of As the Castle Turns or what? Well, you probably want to get settled. I wonder what we're gonna do with ourselves while we're all cooped up in this place.
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Stay warm.
Okay, now we're gonna talk to Mr. E.
Hello, Miss Drew. Did you get squared away upstairs?
All square. I just need a stamp to send this letter, and then I'll be off to explore the castle.
Well, I can take your letter, but the mail's not going anywhere for a while. It's snowing like there's no tomorrow out there. So explore all you want. Take the grand tour. But forget about the library. It's off limits.
Off limits?
Someone vandalized our historic library. Really turned the place upside down. The owner, Miss Lane, she's gonna be pretty upset.
Why would anyone want to vandalize the library?
I have no idea. I straightened up in there before check-in yesterday and everything was fine. Now it looks like a bomb went off. Books everywhere and somebody hacked a big hole in one of the walls. I locked the place up and called the police, but who knows when they'll be able to get here.
Wow, a hole in the wall? What do you think they were looking for?
I can't tell, but somebody's definitely after something.
What else has gone wrong?
Well, this Professor Hotchkiss just called me in a terrible flap, saying our room's been robbed. I went up there, but she wouldn't open the door to talk about it. Wouldn't even tell me what was missing. So what's she want me to do about it?
Sounds like you're swamped, Mr. Egan. Is there any way I can help?
Well, Hotchkiss has a pair of ski boots in the basement. The Frenchman's been working on them for her, but he won't deliver them. Says he's a ski instructor, not a bellhop. I hate to ask this, but if you could grab those boots and bring them up to her, it might smooth her feathers. Sure would smooth mine.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Alrighty then.
No, we need to be on that one. There we go. This is Jacques Brunet.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. Je m'appelle Jacques Brunet. So, what brings you to beautiful Wisconsin?
Hi, I'm Nancy. I came to ski, but it looks like I'm going to have to find other ways to entertain myself. I told Mr. Egan I would bring Professor Hotchkiss her boots. Are they ready?
Yes, I fixed her boots. But you should be relaxing by the fire, sipping cocoa, Nancy. Not running errands for Dexter. Why is it you American girls never know how to separate business from pleasure?
Trust me, Jacques. I know how to take care of myself.
Yes, that is another great truth about American girls. Ciao! Ah, Nancy, comment ça va?
Dexter told me the combination to my locker, number 310, is 517. I tried it, but the locker won't open.
Dexter must be confused, because I think that is the combination for number 311. Try 311.
Do you know what happened in the library? I heard it was vandalized.
Nancy, a pretty girl should not worry herself with this type of thing while she is on vacation.
It must be lonely living so far from home. Don't you miss your family?
Yes, but I am here for Isabelle, mon petit chou. She is an American studying at the university in Madison, and I've asked her to marry me.
Tell me about these boxes you're making.
When I am not skiing, I need some other way to express myself. So voila! I make these hot boxes for keeping secrets safe. I'm sure you have many secrets, Nancy.
I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Okay, so now I'm gonna go over here. Number 311. Okay, let's see whose locker this is. Okay, for one thing, whoever's locker this is speaks Spanish. Let's go ahead and give Hotchkiss her boots. And I did it again. I need to be on the second floor. Okay, and I need to go this way.
Yes, hello? Is that Jacques with my boots?
Actually, it's Nancy Drew. But I do have your boots for you.
Oh, good. Boots, fine. Thank you, thank you. Everything is fine. Just leave the boots at the door, please. Yeah. Oh, and it seems I'm out of change. I'll just have to tip you the next time, Mandy.
It's Nancy, and I'm happy to leave the boots. But if you're not too busy, Professor, I'd just like to introduce myself properly and ask you a couple of questions.
Questions, yes, yes, and proper introduction sounds lovely, but not now, maybe later.
Okay, she's not ready to talk yet, so...
Can I help you?
I think there's something wrong with my radiator. It hisses, and there's a clanging noise too. Could you check it out for me?
Sorry about that inconvenience, but you're just gonna have to sit tight for a while. I'm the only one on duty while the owner's away, and around here it seems like even if it ain't broke, it still needs fixing. Last time I checked, there were only 24 hours in a day. Hotchkiss called to report that she got her boots, but now I'm told that the light is out in the back stairwell. Could you check the circuit breaker in the basement and make sure it's working?
So, how long have you been working here?
A while.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
You're a trooper.
Hi there, how's it going?
What do you know about Jacques Brunet?
Didn't you watch the last Winter Olympics? He's France's big cheese of skiing. He holds the record for the 500-meter slalom, but he totally choked at the games. I guess he's washed up now, but at least his looks haven't gone down the tubes.
So, tell me more about the life of a photojournalist. It must be very glamorous at times.
Well, there's nothing glamorous about the pay, I can tell you that much.
There was a little mix-up with the lockers, and I accidentally opened yours.
Yeah, and?
Well, I was kind of confused. I was just trying to see whose stuff was in there, and I found a bunch of IDs in your bag. They all had your picture and other people's names on them.
A savvy photojournalist always carries a couple of alternate identities, Nancy. When you're working under deadline, you don't always have time to play by the rules. I'm sure you know what I mean.
Does your job take you to exotic, far-off places?
Well, there is a lot of travel. Too bad I'm so useless with foreign languages.
I'm dying to find a way into that tower. Where do they usually hide the secret entrances in weird old Midwestern mansions?
I guess I should know, shouldn't I? Too bad most of the places I've covered aren't any weirder than imitation butter. I wish you'd hurry up and find it, though, so we can check it out.
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Later, Nancy.
Okay, let's see if we can fix the back stairwell. Okay, here's the fuse box. Okay, it's still off. Still off.
Yes?
I don't want to pester you, Mr. Egan, but the radiator.
Thanks for dealing with the circuit breaker. Okay, we're really making progress here, kid. So, you go up to Hotchkiss's room and see what she wants for dinner. She's not answering her phone.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
You're a trooper.
Ugh! Virginia Woolf never endured such interruptions. Who is it?
It's Nancy again. Dexter needs to know what you want for dinner.
Oh, hard to think of food, Candy, when I'm riding the raging rapids of my theory. Oh, right now, I have plenty of pre-packaged energy globules to keep me going. But tell Baxter that I am developing a powerful craving for couscous. Yes, couscous for dinner would be splendid. I'll have a nice tip for you next time, Fanny.
Yes?
The professor says she has a hankering for, couscous.
Couscous? Never heard of it. Tell her to order something off the menu.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Bye, kiddo.
Is that my couscous already?
Sorry, Professor, but there's no couscous in the house. You'll need to choose something from the hotel menu.
Well, I don't have a menu. At least not from this hotel. Oh, be a doll and fetch me one, will you, Tata? Did you get the menu?
Sure did. How about opening the door so I can give it to you?
Oh, you're a sneaky one. Just slip it under the door, please. Nice and easy. No funny stuff. Baby back ribs, yes. Oh, chili cheese dog, fried bologna sandwich. I'm not usually much of a meat eater, but very well. 50 drumsticks, please. Chicken, that is. Cluck, cluck.
Sure. 50 drumsticks. Whatever makes you happy.
Rock and roll, dear.
Go back to Mr. Egan.
Can I help you?
The professor has changed her order. Seems she's developed an appetite for chicken drumsticks. 50 of them.
Okay then, drumsticks we got. Oops, but I guess Jock better take that bag of chicken legs out of the freezer. Will you tell him? And then take the rest of the day off, kid. Your radiator's as good as fixed.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Bye, kiddo.
Ah, Nancy, ¿cómo se va?
Lisa told me you were in the Olympics. What was that like?
Disappointing, frustrating, humiliating.
Oh, what happened?
It was the worst day of my life. To fall flat on my face with my family, my country, and the rest of the world watching.
Dexter needs you to defrost that big bag of chicken legs.
Oh, la la la, what does he think I am? A sous chef?
I'll talk to you later.
Allez, bye-bye.
Did you see I fixed your radiator?
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
You're a trooper.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to my room and check out that radiator. It's a lot quieter in here, for sure. And I need this oil. I'm gonna go ahead and set the alarm for about 3 a.m. Just to make sure Mr. Egan isn't out. Uh-oh.
It's stuck.
We're gonna have to go up at the top. Okay, I'll climb on this box.
Alley-oop!
Now I'm gonna reset the elevator so it'll work again. So since I saw the ladder at the side, I'm gonna try to get up here. And climb in here. And it leads to the library.
Okay, I hear you. Darn you, crazy old man. I know you hid that thing around here somewhere. The least you could have done was left me a hint. I don't have time to clean this up.
There's that painting. It's Marie Antoinette, one of the many portraits painted by Marcel Bonnet during his career. None has fueled more controversy and gossip than this portrait of Marie Antoinette, which was completed only months before the Revolution broke out. It all began when King Louis, Marie's husband, commissioned an opulent jeweled tiara for her birthday. Set in the tiara were a ruby, an emerald, and a sapphire, and a 32-carat diamond, bigger than any diamond ever before worn by French royalty. Maria was horrified by the tiara's extravagance and refused to wear it. It is even rumored that she referred to it as my crown of ruination, though no one knew what she meant by this. When it came time to have her portrait painted by the master Bonnet, Marie insisted on posing away from the palace at the Versailles in the tower room of the Chateau Richemont, where she often visited to escape the growing turmoil in Paris. Further, the queen refused to be painted wearing the tiara. King Louis was furious, but Marie would not budge. She chose to ornament herself with this purple rose instead, not just a flower, but a symbol of her willful defiance of her husband's wishes. When the portrait was finished, she gave it to the Richemonts in appreciation of their loyal friendship. Shortly thereafter, the revolution erupted in full. When Marie Antoinette and her husband were arrested, the queen refused to reveal the whereabouts of the tiara. Even after her execution, neither the tiara nor that extravagant jewel it contained were ever found. To this day, speculation and heated debate continues of what have become of the crown of ruination. The painting is now in the hands of a private American collector. So I'm going to go over here. And I'm going to take note of these three numbers. -15. -5. Okay, now open something, but first I want to see what the code is over here. So we take our brush with the powder on it. These are the 4 numbers that are in the code, so it's 3*72. Because 3 has the most oil on it, that means it's the first one, then second one, third one, and finally the 2 has barely any oil on it. So that makes it the last button he pushed. So I'm writing it down for later. Let me go see what just opened. it says, when he was good, he was very good. Okay, so this is talking about Dexter Egan from the front desk. He earned a student trip to DC for a spelling bee that he won. And a certificate of service. Let's see what else. A certificate of merit also. For demonstrating leadership among his peers in a Vilas County Youth Recycling Project to help with the war effort. And it's signed by the Secretary of State of the state of Wisconsin. Let's check the other one. The other one says, when he was bad, he was horrid. So it says, Dear Pop, I'm sorry for taking $50 out of your wallet without asking. I know it was wrong. I know you are very disappointed in me. I'm sorry. I will never do it again. I'm sorry. Your son, Dexter. Then this one says, Dear Mr. Wickford, we're sorry to report that your son Dexter was caught on school grounds last night throwing rocks at the gymnasium windows. This is the second time he's been caught attempting to destroy school property. We fear Dexter is becoming a danger to himself and others. We have no other choice but to expel him. Please contact us if you have any questions regarding this matter. Sincerely, Harold Burney, school principal. Says he got kicked out of school for throwing rocks. And he got arrested for making fake checks. And then this is talking about how he took Dexter out of his will. So when he died, Dexter couldn't own the castle. So Dexter is the son of the person who originally owned the castle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the first floor and put in the code for the library and come out on the other side of that noise. Get ready for the alarm to go off again.
It's stuck.
Okay, I'm going to use the oil on that to make it move. There we go. Okay, here's the secret door. Okay, let's see what's making that noise.
Nancy, what are you doing here?
Don't you think I should be asking you that question?
I can explain, Nancy, but please, don't tell anyone that you found me here. If I get sent back to France, my fiancé will give up on me, and I will have let down my family again.
How can you expect me to keep quiet while you go around destroying the castle? If you're willing to saw through this gate, then you must be the one who wrecked the library too.
Nancy, I had nothing to do with what happened in the library. I swear, the tower holds a valuable French historical document. If I can find it and return it to France, perhaps I can make up for my failure at the Olympics.
What kind of document?
The tower first belonged to the Chateau Rochemont in France. When Ezra Wickford bought the tower, my great-grandfather was the master carpenter in charge of dismantling it and preparing it for shipment. One day, when he was working alone, he found a secret compartment in one of the walls.
A secret compartment?
Inside, he found an old journal with a royal crest on the cover and a medallion with a strange blue stone in it. But he heard other carpenters coming, so he hid the medallion in his pocket and sealed the journal back in the compartment. Before he could get back to study the journal and return the medallion, the tower was dismantled and shipped to America. He never learned who the journal belonged to or what it said.
Why didn't your great-grandfather tell anyone about his discovery?
He thought if he told his story, Ezra Wickford might get angry, accuse him of interfering with the project, and try to ruin his name as a carpenter. So he kept quiet.
So, how do you know all of this?
I was his only great-grandson. On his deathbed, he gave me the medallion and told me the whole story. He begged me to come here to Wisconsin to find the journal and return it to France.
What did he think the journal contained that was so important?
The journal bore a royal seal. It must have belonged to Marie Antoinette because she used to visit the tower during the Revolution. So perhaps it contains her confessions. Or perhaps it contains proof of her innocence. Either way, the contents of that journal could change French history forever.
I just don't see how you can think that journal will still be up there after all these years.
I know it's possible that someone found the secret compartment when the tower was being put back together, but I have to check anyway. I just have to know. Nancy, do you think you could help me? Let me show you this medallion, and maybe you'll be able to tell me what it's for.
I don't know, Jacques. You seem pretty desperate. Why should I believe that you're not the library vandal?
Oh, Nancy, you must believe me. I would never try to destroy that beautiful library. After all, most of those books are French. Now will you help me? I think this medallion will interest you. And maybe you'll have some idea what it's for. It's in my locker. Will you go get it while I take care of something? The combination is 2665. I'll meet you in the locker room in a minute.
Okay, Jacques. I am intrigued. I'll see you downstairs.
You're the best, Nancy.
Don't mention it.
That's just talking about cuts of diamonds for the engagement ring or the wedding ring. This is talking about how his visitor's visa is going to expire.
Ouch! Oh, someone must have knocked me out. Headache headquarters. Nancy here.
Nancy, it's Jacques. What happened? Are you okay?
I don't really know what happened. I opened your locker like you said, and then it was lights out Nancy.
But you do have my medallion, right?
It was the last thing I saw, but I sure don't have it now.
Oh la la, you can't be serious.
I'm afraid I am serious. I have no idea what happened to it.
This is too much. Oh la la. Unbelievable.
Welcome to the voicemail system. First message.
Yeah, Miss Drew, this is Dexter at the front desk. Can you come down when you're feeling better? I need to talk to you for a minute. Thanks.
To go to the...
Thanks for coming down. I've been wanting to talk to you. How's your head? Did you slip or what?
I'm feeling much better, thanks. But what was it you wanted to talk to me about?
It's just that when I found you out cold in the basement and hauled you back to your room, I noticed all this red dirt on your shoes. I'm just curious where it came from.
Mr. Egan, I confess, I found my way into the corridor that leads to the Queen's Tower. As you probably know, the dirt in that tunnel is very red. I hope you won't consider this trespassing.
Nope. If you must know, I'm impressed. Ezra Wickford set that secret door up so nobody would be able to find it. When I was a kid, I was obsessed with getting into that tower. Ezra told me that if I could get through the secret door, he'd take me up to see the Queen's Tower. Finally, I got into the tunnel, and when I came out with that red dirt all over me, he laughed. He was actually proud of me.
That's an amazing story, Mr. Egan. I'm glad you're not angry. I guess I'm just as curious as you once were.
I'd say you earned the right to check out the tower for yourself, but you gotta get through that gate, right? There's an old skeleton key in the maintenance shed. Now that the storm's passed, you can go out and get it. But be careful. It's still dead cold out there.
I don't want to press my luck with you, but I sure would like to see Ezra's private garden. Could you tell me how to find it?
It's nothing but wasteland out there. If you're bent on tromping around in the cold, go left when you get outside, away from the shed. Look for a wrought iron gate. You'll figure out the rest.
So, do you know if Ezra Wickford had a place where he liked to go and think? Someplace he thought of as a refuge?
There was a private area of the garden. Yeah. The entrance was hidden, so no one could bother him there.
Do you think I could go check it out?
Forget about it. There's nothing out there but dead weeds and crumbling statues.
Were you allowed to go out there?
Once in a while he'd bring me out there and teach me about his favorite flowers, but that was like 100 years ago.
Did you know the original owner, Ezra Wickford, when he lived here?
You could say that.
Did you know him well?
They call it the past for a reason, okay? Because it's over.
So, did you grow up around here?
You could say that.
I was in the elevator and it got stuck between floors. I had to climb out the top and I just barely made it up to the floor above. Do you think you'll be able to fix it?
Well, I doubt it's broken. I'll check the power switch in the basement. Glad you're okay, but don't go climbing around the elevator shaft anymore. It's dangerous in there.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
You're a trooper.
skeleton key. I'm gonna need this later too. 3, 2, 4. There's the skeleton key. There's a switch on the back. So let's see what this does. I bet you this old key fits in here. Cool. Medallion.
Glad you came down to talk. Get this. I saw Dexter walking out to the maintenance shack with this, like, green ornament thing in his hand. He's up to something, right? Maybe you should check it out.
Thanks for the tip, Lisa. I think I will. Want to come along?
Thanks, Nancy, but you're the brainiac. I'll just guard this comfy chair and wait for your report.
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Keep me posted.
Okay, I'm going right back out to the maintenance shed. I'm gonna just check over here one more time. There's another medallion.
It's freezing out here. I'm locked out.
Uh-oh, somebody locked us out.
If I don't get inside soon, I'll freeze to death.
What the? What's going on out here? Is that you, Nancy? Come inside. It's freezing out here. What kind of a stunt was that, Missy?
I was freezing. That stunt was my version of an SOS.
Well then, What can I say except good thinking?
Is that you, Brandy? Oh, I'm glad you're here. At the moment, my theory is rising like a magnificent souffle. I need to collect a few more ingredients, if you will, but it's a delicate situation. If I leave my room even for a moment, I fear the souffle will come crashing down in a heap.
What do you need me for, Professor?
What I need is some information about the castle. Hard numbers. I've come to the conclusion that you are an enterprising and faithful soul. Therefore, I have decided to entrust you with this important mission. Who knows? If you succeed, I might whisk you away from the hotel business to be my personal research assistant.
Well, Professor Hotchkiss, I'm not actually in the hotel business, but I'd love to help.
Marvelous! Here's what I need to know. Not counting the towers, how many windows are there on the face of the castle? I'll be very eager to hear what you come up with. But please, don't disturb me unless you have the answer.
I'm just gonna guess.
Yes, did you find the information I asked you for?
Can you remind me of what I'm looking for again?
I can't seem to find that one. Well, here's another one. On what date was the Bastille prison destroyed during the French Revolution? I'll be very eager to hear what you come up with. But please, don't disturb me unless you have the answer. Yes, did you find the information I asked you for?
Sure did.
Good, but I need you to write it down so I don't forget. Thank you. Let me do some calculations to see if this is correct. Eureka! If there's one thing I like in a young person, it's ingenuity. Now, I've got work to do. Time to stir the cauldron and stoke the fire. But if you'd like to talk, I'll be holding office hours in the lobby between 3 and 6 a.m. Meet me then.